Last name Yar. On behalf of Superintendent Angela Rhodes, Principal Marlon Kaufman, Athletic Director Andy Brown, and Head Coach Ty Ware, we would like to welcome you to the 2021 Guymon High School Volleyball Senior Night. Ashlyn Anderson. Ashlyn is the daughter of Annie Seymour, the granddaughter of Dee Seymour, and the sister of Serenity. After high school, Ashlyn plans to attend Oklahoma State University and study medicine. Her favorite volleyball memory is Claire and I playing volleyball with our head, literally. Naomi Aragones. Naomi is the daughter of Katrina and Mario Aragones and the sister of Araceli and Vanessa Aragones. After high school, Naomi is undecided on where she will attend college, but she wants to continue her athletic career. Her favorite memory is puking in the bathroom at Texas Roadhouse during regionals. Jonelle Dunham. Jonelle is the daughter of Joe Don and Sherry Dunham. Her older brother is Brandon. After high school, she plans to go to college to become a therapist. Anaya Eggers. Anaya is the daughter of Angel and Daryl Eggers and the sister of Ricky and Bria Eggers. Her boyfriend is Carson Martinez. After high school, she wants to go to cosmetology school. Her favorite memory of volleyball is becoming closer with Tasia through playing with her. Karina Gonzalez. Karina is the daughter of Teresa and Gerardo Gonzalez, and her siblings are Jenna, John, and Erica Gonzalez. After high school, Karina plans to go to Seward County to be a cosmetologist and hopefully one day start her own business. Emery Homer. Emery is the daughter of Zach Homer and Tanya Parsley. Her best friend is KK Davis. After high school, she plans to attend a four-year college and then become a physical therapist. Her favorite memory of volleyball is waiting to eat at Texas Roadhouse and watching my teammate get pooped on by birds. Christina Juarez Gaspar. Christina is the daughter of Magdalena and Lucio Juarez. Her siblings are Henry and Luis. After high school, Christina plans to go to Seward County and become a pharmacist. Tonight, she would like to wish her uncle a happy birthday. Claire Maines. Claire is the daughter of Kara Sylvie and Tim Maines. Her sibling is Cash. After high school, Claire plans to attend UCO for a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Her favorite memory is all the spontaneous dance battles with her teammates. Yemi Ramirez. Yemi is the daughter of Nancy and Benjamin Yanez and the sister of Genesis and Ivana. After high school, she plans to go to UCO and major in physical wellness and kinesiology to later pursue a degree in chiropractics. Her favorite memory of volleyball is going to tournaments with the girls and not only getting closer but understanding more about each other. We are proud to present the 2021 Guymon High School volleyball team.
PTCI is keeping your world within your reach with nationwide cell coverage. PTCI's award-winning customer service team is more than willing to go the extra mile with you. And with PTCI Cellular, you'll always stay up to date with the technology that keeps you connected no matter where you go. So come to one of our local stores with the people who care about you. For flexible plans, visit ptci.net.
Hey, this is Jason Epp with PTCI, and I'm here with Clay Myers, one of the owners here with the Texhoma Livestock Auction, and just talking a little bit about the livestock business and also just another locally owned business here in Texhoma. Clay, we appreciate you taking some time out with us today.
Well, thank you guys.
You bet. We're glad to be here. Well, tell us a little bit about the history that you know when it comes to the Texhoma Livestock Auction. You were telling me some things are very interesting about it, and then also just when you came into ownership as well, and who you work with now.
Texhoma Livestock has been around since the 40s, the way I understand, and I may not be the best guy to ask those questions to, but I've been around in the 40s. It was an old wooden structure. I've been told stories by some of the old timers about it being here, and it burned to the ground one January, I believe, and they had a auction in a tent the next week and continued to have auctions in that tent until they built this facility, and it was built sometime in the early 60s. It's been here that long. Texhoma's got a rich history with livestock auctions. In the 70s and 80s, there was one time that Texhoma Livestock Auction was the largest livestock auction in the state of Oklahoma.
Wow.
Sold the most cattle in the state of Oklahoma. And it kind of fell on hard times there for a while, and a few years there, and myself and some local guys from Texhoma had the opportunity to purchase it, and so we bought the auction in 2001. I think our first auction was August 17th or something of 2001. Had about 4 partners in it now. It's down to myself and a gentleman named Dean Thrasher, local guy here in Texhoma that's worked around here and knows the area well. And Dean and I are now partners on it, and I manage the day-to-day activities.
And you said even in his 80s, he's out there helping to unload cattle every Wednesday.
80 years old. He's unloading cattle every Wednesday. Yes, sir.
That's going to keep him young and healthy, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, and you said, so you're coming up on 20 years. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about, we were here, we saw one of your auctions. This is not your heaviest time of year, but, what does a busy day look like here at the Texhoma Livestock Auction?
A busy day here at the livestock auction in October can get kind of busy, but our busy time is in the spring with feeder cattle coming off wheat. But we generally average throughout the year. We'll average about 1,000 cattle a week. Today was a little bit less than that, but we will get up in the 3,000 head range during the spring, and have had as many as 9,000 before here. But it starts long before daylight here with our feeding crew, with the cattle. We have to take care of all the cattle that are in the yards, and we take care of that, and then we unload cattle during the auction and before the auction, and we sort them up, shape them up, and load lots or light cattle, and sell them through here. This is actually the scales. This ring is the scales, and they're weighed and sold, and then we pin them back and load them out at the end. And sometimes it's 24 hours straight. So.
Right. Yeah. It's a long day
It
on
can be a
those
long
days.
day. Yeah, it is.
Well, and you mentioned, I think you said you have about 4 full-time employees, but on a day like today, you might have as many as 30
Yes,
people
sir.
working.
Yes,
and
sir.
so,
Yeah.
talked about you're able to hire a lot of local people, especially OPSU students.
You
that,
bet. You
hey,
bet.
they're here for ag, so why not?
Yeah.
Ag and rodeo. So.
They're rodeo guys. A lot of ranch kids. And really been fortunate with Panhandle State University to be over there. We just very fortunate, as all businesses are. We're always suffering through a labor issue. You know, I think that's in anything. But man, to have Panhandle State over there with these ranch raised kids is just been a godsend for us, because they come over and work. Most of them know and been around cattle all their life. They kind of catch on pretty quick and pretty self-sufficient, and so it's nice to have them. Some of our best employees are girls.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Well, and if you've ever been around somebody who there's some people out there that, boy, if they can work on a horse, you don't hardly have to pay them. They just, if you let them ride a horse, they'll be happy.
That's right. Yeah, that's certainly right. But we need foot backers too.
That's right.
And that's where we struggle at, is we need people working on foot, and they have to have some knowledge of livestock to work on foot around here, because they're in pretty close contact at times.
Right.
So they need to know what they're doing, and most of them do. We've been very lucky.
Well, that's a good partnership to be able to have that with OPSU that close by.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, speaking of good partnerships, PTCI being a locally owned business, actually owned by our customers as a cooperative.
Yes.
Loving to do business locally with other local businesses, and of course, Texhoma is the latest town to have fully fiber optic internet throughout the town and everything. Yeah. And of course, I know you're kind of an old school guy when it comes to, you'd like to have your buyers here in the pen, but as the world continues to change, it's probably nice to have that available to you.
Yeah, it's a marketing tool for our internet. We're broadcast over the internet every week. Our auction goes out over the internet, and it's another marketing tool that you know, we're trying to do the best thing we can to market people's cattle, and we deal just in local cattle, and so we're trying to do the best we can. We don't sell a lot over there, but there are opportunities there, and we do some business, but I still like to have people in the seats. Yeah. As far as the fiber optics, I actually live in Felt, Oklahoma, and Felt, Oklahoma's had fiber optics a long time. It's one of the first, and so I get to brag a little bit when Texhoma just got fiber optics, and it's been great. It's sped our thing up. Are able to broadcast. It's a lot faster speed. Those guys were great to work with. Anytime I have a problem, I can call them and somebody will be here just immediately. They are really have been good about keeping us up and running. Our whole phone system and internet system.
Well, that's good to hear. We love to hear those things, that people are happy with our service, and hopefully we feel like we try to hire good people and make sure that they're taking good care of their customers. And you know, really, that's that's not a PTCI way. That's really an Oklahoma Panhandle way of doing things out here. So you hope that most people do. So.
Yeah, you bet. It's a really fortunate to be in this part of the country and have companies like you guys and people that are doing business with the locals and providing a good service. It's very nice to be here.
Well, Clay, we sure appreciate your time. We thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for everything.
You bet. Clay Myers with the Texhoma Livestock Auction.
PTCI understands that the internet is important for everything, and you are important to us. We built new fiber plans including our best and fastest gig speed, now $84 off the regular price. And with symmetrical speeds, you'll be at top speed for important things like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
Hi, I'm Jason Epp with PTCI, and today we are in Booker, Texas with Keith Frank of Frank Oil Family Business, and we're going to hear a little bit about their business that has been here operating and covering really much of the Oklahoma Panhandle and Texas Panhandle area with the oil business. Keith, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Keith, we were talking a little bit earlier just about some of the family history. This has been a family-owned business for quite a while. Tell us a little bit about your history here.
Okay, so Frank Oil was established in 1947. It was Booker Oil at the time. My father worked for his brother-in-law in Farnsworth, Texas, which was a Phillips distributor. And that's when he got to know Corporate Phillips, and Booker Oil come up for sale back in '47, and so he purchased it then. And my mother was originally from Booker anyway, and Dad was from the Balco area. And Mother, she was born and raised just a half a mile east of here on a family farm. So I'm second generation, and my father passed away when I was 22. So I'd been involved, for several years anyway, especially high school. I'd help. And
said you started maybe even working for your dad by about the 4th grade, doing a little bit, right?
Yes. So Frank Oil's been in 3 locations since they've been in business, and they're all within a half a mile of each other. So when I started, it was in the old wooden building, which is just right beside the elevators, and I'd wait on farmers in the summertime. Well, as I was going through high school, I got my commercial driver's license at 17, and my dad had me in a transport that summer, which is, unheard of these days. You have to have a minimum of 1 year driving experience now with our insurance company, and of course you got to be over 21. So that's really changed.
Well, and also you said your father bought it, and you're the second generation, and then you've also got another generation coming on to carry on the family tradition as well, right?
Right. So right now I've got my oldest daughter. She works out of Maryland. She does HR and tax reporting remotely. She's married to a Navy boy. And then my second child is Skylar, and he works in transport dispatch. And then the baby, Shania, she's in the medical field in Amarillo.
Okay. Well, of course, we know it's called Frank Oil, so there's obviously a connection with the oil business, but tell us a little bit about how just all the places that you guys have outlets to. Obviously, you're taking bulk oil products, but even beyond that, what all services do you guys offer?
So I'll start with retail. We have Imo's Country Stores, and that was named after my mother, Imogene. Of course, they serve a lot of pizza and fuel. We also have unattended card locks, for instance, one in Canadian and Hooker and the Village in Guymon. So that takes care of the retail. Pretty good sized in the propane business. We have over 2,500 residential accounts. Oh, wow. And they're all monitored via cellular tank monitors. And when we had the incident in February, that really helped us out as far as scheduling deliveries, because we didn't let anybody run out, and I know several other companies that did. And we've been utilizing that technology since 2001. And it was mainly, back then, it was due to distance.
Right.
And so we service a lot of industries, with propane, whether it be asphalt, heating, hot oil units, seaboard farms for their pork producing, like I said, residential, motor fuel, propane bottles, cylinder exchange. And then we can move on to our bulk oils. We are a Phillips top tier marketer, which that's as high in the class that you can get with Phillips 66. And what that means is you have to meet certain criteria like cleanliness, the way you handle the product. We handle our lubricants products all the way from with our own personal transports from Sulphur, Louisiana, or Hartford, Illinois, into this bulk facility. And then it either goes out as a bulk product or repackaging. And there's sampling from start to finish. When the load comes in from Phillips in our truck, it's sampled. When it's repackaged, it's sampled. Or when we take bulk products to an end users, it's also sampled. So, you know, we're very strict on the quality and cleanliness of the oil.
Right, right. And you've got, of course, pretty large facility right here. We welcome you to Guymon High School for today's action. Volleyball action as the Perryton Rangerettes have come to town to take on the Lady Tigers of Guymon. Perryton's starting lineup would be a junior number 2, Julia Estrada, a junior number 4, Genesis Flores, a senior number 7, Howley Farney, a senior number 10, Tanya Navarrete, a senior number 12, Samantha Ramirez, a senior number 14, Vanessa Nahara. The Rangerettes are coached by Jan Reed. She is assisted by Tabitha Odell and Cammie Appelhans. And now the starting lineup for your Guymon Tigers. A junior number 5, Tori Cobble, a senior number 8, Claire Maines, a sophomore number 11, Tazia Watson, a senior number 14, Ashlyn Anderson, a junior number 20, Giselle Torres, a senior number 31, Naomi Aragones, and the libero is a senior number 21, Emery Homer. The Lady Tigers are coached by head coach Ty Ware. He's assisted by Callie Kinney and Camry Kane. You don't have a win-loss record for Perryton. Guymon comes in. They're ranked 12th in 5A and have a 15-7 overall record. Referee getting everything straightened out. Of course, alignment and substitutions, a big part of everything. Getting going with volleyball. Guess for the Rangers coming out as the libero comes in is the senior number 15, Alexa Frias. Opening serve from the Rangerettes. Outside shot off the net, falls in for point number 1 for Guymon. Giselle Torres serving for Guymon. There's her first serve to the back line. They'll just have to send it back over. The libero sends that one up high. The setup, the outside shot across is returned. Blocked at the net by Watson. But it looked like she touched the net just a little bit. So side out goes back over
to Perryton. 1-1 the score. It is Hallie Farney now serving for the Reds. Substitution as Jeanette Montoya, the junior, number 8, comes in for Perryton. Middle hit, kill shot dug out. Nicely there by Flores on the back line. Ball sent back across. Guymon can't bring it back across, and Perryton takes a 2-1 lead. So second serve from Farney. Goes straight ahead to Homer. Now in the middle. That one off the net, dug out. Back over to Guymon. Tapped across into the open space, but touched the net. Nice placement there by Torres. But got a little too into the net. It's now 3-1 Perryton. Shot to the back line. Is set up and sent across to the back line. Too far out. As they will say Watson's shot did land in bounds. That kind of mixed Claire Maines with her serve. 3-2, Perryton leads Guymon. Shot at the net, ball knocked up by Guymon, sent back across, and off of the side of the hand of the outside hitter, Montoya there. Her teammates couldn't get it. We're knotted back up at 3. Second serve from Maines. Ball to the back line, too strong. Bow back over to Perryton. They lead 4-2. Frias back into the game for Perryton. Flores serving, the libero for Perryton. Hits it to Homer. Shot at the net, places it in a tough spot. Perryton unable to get to it. Diving try there by Ramirez. But couldn't get that one to go back enough to where it could get it from underneath the net. 4-all now the score. Emery Homer now serving for the Lady Tigers. To the back line. They'll just have to send it across to the back line. Guymon volleys it back across. The setup at the net, outside. No, can't quite get it there as the timing was off with Ramirez. 5-4, Guymon leads. Second serve from Homer. Down the line to the back line. Tough return attempt. Flores can't get a good solid shot on it. And that's 2 in a row for the Tigers. 6-4 now the lead. That one right down the line. Volleyed across by Perryton. Set up at the net. Tried to tap it across by Anderson, but can't get it to go. Ball back over to Perryton. Couple of subs coming in now. Junior number 5, Jackie Mercado. And Farney is back into the game as well. There is the serve by Molly McCoy. That one at the net is out of bounds on Guymon. We're tied up at 6 apiece. It was actually who came in, the senior number 13, Molly McGoy, who is serving. She was the other sub. That one dug at the net, sent back across, couldn't quite line it up right for Aragones. Can't return the volley, and point goes over to Guymon. 7-6 the Tigers lead. Ball to the back line. The setup in the middle. Shot to the back line, dug out. Cobble couldn't quite get enough of that one. And side out and point goes to Perryton. We're knotted up at 7 apiece. Now back into the game, number 2, Julia Estrada. She'll be serving. Ball back line, too strong, out of bounds. Side out and point goes to Guymon, 8-7. Dugout, back line. They'll just have to volley it across as Mercado sends it over. Aragones sends it back for Guymon. Set up at the net. That one to the back line, and it gets it in for the kill. Frias with that one. 8-8 now the score here in game 1. Nahara returns to the game for Perryton. There's the serve by Frias. That one a hard shot down the line. Can't be dug out by Estrada. Nice shot there by Maines. Now back into the game for Guymon is Watson. She returns to that front line. Served by Anderson. Ball at the net. Too far into the net. Can't be saved there by Nahara. Point to Guymon. They now lead 10-8. To the back line. Dug out. Outside hitter with a shot over the block. Cobble can't make the play on that one. And ball and point to Perryton. A couple more subs for the Rangerettes. As Ramirez returns to the game, as well as Navarrete, who will serve. Shot to the back line. Set up in the middle. Shot to the back line. That's a kill shot there by Watson. As that one ricocheted into the upper deck of the stands. 11-9 now Tigers lead. Torres serving for the Tigers. Shot to the back line, dug out. Set up outside hitter. Has to hit it across to the corner. Front corner. Beautiful shot. Aragones tried to get over there, but just a tough shot to return. Montoya back in for Perryton. They trail by 1. Shot to the back line on the serve by Farney. At the net. Perryton sets up outside. Shot across. Off the net. Crawls over into the empty space. And in. That shot was by Montoya. So Hallie Farmer with her second serve. That went off the net. No return. As Maines couldn't dig that one out. Perryton takes the lead, 12-11. Serve 3 by Farney into the net. And we're tied up at 12 apiece. Side out back to Guymon. And it will be Claire Maines serving for the Tigers. And what looked like a little bit of a curveball, as Flores couldn't get to that one. Guymon retakes the lead, 13-12. Ball to the back line. Tough time getting to it. Does save it. Gets it across. Aragones digs it out. Back outside to Aragones. And it's blocked at the net by Montoya and Nahara. But it did crawl over. Looked like that was good for Perryton, but back over to Guymon. And an ace serve by Maines makes it 15-12 Tigers. Maines 2 aces in a row. As Flores can't get in position on that one. 16-12. And that spinning one off the hands of Montoya. We've got a timeout on the floor. Guymon rallying for a 17-12 lead over Perryton.
PTCI understands that the internet is important for everything, and you are important to us. We built new fiber plans including our best and fastest gig speed, now $84 off the regular price. And with symmetrical speeds, you'll be at top speed for important things like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
So we are back from the timeout. Guymon scored. We were all knotted up at 12 here a while ago, now with 5 straight points. Claire Maines, a couple of aces, really 3 in a row. Still serving. Looks like Perryton will be able to get that one back across. Aragones taps it over the block. Perryton keeps it alive, partially blocked at the net. Aragones taps it over the block again, but she touched the net. Side out. No, they'll say Perryton touched the net there. So Guymon's run continues, now 18-12. Shot to the back line. That's not going to be returned either. Another ace from Maines, and it's 19-12. When the back line tries to return Maine's shot, seems to come off their hand with some spin. It makes it tough for them to return. That one just a little too long as Flores backed off hitting it there. So 19-13 now the score. Flores will be serving for the Reds. To the back line, Homer. Here's the setup in the middle and a kill shot from Watson. She'll head out as they rotate. Anderson back in, 20-13. Homer serving now for Guymon. Set up at the net, send it across. There's a setup for Aragones, sends it to the back line. That one dug. Outside hitter, taps it across, hit the. That's out of bounds. So point and service back to Guymon, 21-13. Second serve from Homer. That one dug out by Flores. Middle hitter, that one partially blocked. Lands right in the middle of several Guymon Tigers. Ball and point back over to Perryton. 21-14 now the lead for Guymon. As McGoy comes back in, she'll serve. And Mercado comes back in on the front line. There's the serve from McGoy. Can't get that one to cross over the net. So 22-14 now. Guymon leading. Tori Cobble, the junior, serving to the back line. Set up for the outside hitter. The shot to the back line. That one dug out. Hit across. Back to the outside hitter. Past the block and lands in for the kill. That shot was by Mercado. 22-15 now the score. Another sub for Perryton. As Julia Estrada will come in and she will serve. Back line, dugout, set up in the middle. Tapped across to the corner. Nice placement there by Anderson, and it's 23-15 Guymon. And now the senior, number 31, Naomi Aragones serving to the back line. That one dug out deep. Outside hitter with the shot, knocked up. A hit across to the back line, that one dug. They'll set it up, tapped across. To the outside hitter, into the net as Maines couldn't straighten that one out. Side out and point to Perryton, 23-16 now the score. Flores checks in for Perryton. Middle shot sent back over by Anderson. Sent back the other way, dug out. Now outside, into the net as Maines mishit that one, 23-17. Frias serving for the Reds. Center hit, sent across, back line. Outside hitter sends it to the back line. In the middle, Aragones sends it to the back line. They'll tap that one across as the timing was off. And sent back across by Anderson. In the middle, blocked by Anderson. Perryton able to volley it across though. Maines blocked at the line there at the net by Nahara. Guymon unable to return. Beautiful block there by Nahara, makes it a 23-18 contest. Guymon still leading, Frias still serving for the Reds. That one off the block. And Maines gets that one in as Estrada was unable to get to it. The libero Flores back into the game for Perryton. Anderson serving for Guymon. 1 point away, 24-18 the score. Into the net, that is game one. The Guymon Tigers win 25-18. They lead 1-0. We'll be back with game two. So we are back after game one. Both teams getting final instruction for their coaches before we start game two. Guymon with a 25-18 win in game one. Game was tied up at 12 apiece, and that's when Guymon broke loose. Claire Maines served 3 aces in a row. Guymon took a 19-12 lead. And then found their way to a 7-point win in game one. Of course, after they come out on the floor, referee has to check each player's positioning and everything. So referee taking care of some of that right now as well. mentioned those aces by Guymon. Perryton had some trouble there as several of their players that came in to serve struggled to get it over the net on their first attempt. And if you're putting them in there for that specific purpose, that's a tough way to start. So we're ready for game 2. Giselle Torres will serve for Guymon to start things out. Ball sent across, tapped at the net by Watson. It looked like it kind of threw off the return from the back line. So first point goes to Perryton. It's 1-0 Rangerettes. Here's the serve by Navarrete. That one out of bounds. And so ball back over to Guymon. It's 1-1. Claire Maines now serving for Guymon. That one in. They were able to return it. They continue to have trouble with her serves. Shot in the middle. Just drilled. Perryton able to return it though. They'll set her up in the middle. They're not returning that one from Watson. And she hits that one for the kill shot. 2-1 Guymon. As Maines will serve again for Guymon. Back line, digs that one out. Outside hitter will just have to send it across. That one sent high, set up in the middle for Watson again, partially blocked there by Nahara. And so we're tied back up at 2 apiece. Montoya subs back in. Farney now serving for the Rangerettes, sent to the back line. Set up in the middle for Watson. That one blocked, but out of bounds. As Nahara was in good position, but instead of going down, it went off the side and out of bounds. Anderson returns for Guymon. 3-2 lead for the Tigers. There's the serve by Homer. That one not going to be returned. 4-2 now the score. Homer sends that one to the back line. They'll have to volley it across. Outside in the middle, Anderson sends that one, finds a corner for the kill shot. 5-2 now, Guymon leads. Here's Homer's serve to the back line again. Set up in the middle. Sent across two-handed. Returned by Cobble. Perryton able to get it across. Set up outside for Aragones. That one blocked. As Montoya and Nahara both were there. Ball back over to Perryton. Frias returns. Flores will serve. 5-3 lead for Guymon. All to the back line, set up in the middle. Aragones with the shot. That one dug out by Flores. Sent back across. Lands in bounds with the kill shot. That was Farney. And it's 5-4 now. Outside, Anderson tries to tap that across, can't quite get there, and we're tied up at 5 apiece. Flores with another serve. Aragones, they'll set her up in the middle. Off the block, with the kill shot. 6-5. Tigers with possession and the lead. And it will be the junior number 3, Deanna Gutierrez, who will check in for Perryton. Nice shot to the back line, dug out by Flores. Gutierrez sends it back across, dug out by Homer across the net. Perryton can't return it. Guymon now leads 7-5. Tori Cobble now serving for Guymon. Deep dig. Got Perryton able to get it across, so Anderson sends it back across quickly. Outside hitter winds up, shot too long and out of bounds. As Ramirez couldn't get that one to quite drop in there. 8-5 now the lead for Guymon. Cobble with another serve. Set up in the middle, sent across to the back line, dug out. Aragones sends that one to the back line. Set up outside, sent across two-handed. Aragones back outside. Aragones misses on the return shot. Point and possession back to Perryton. 8-6 now the score, as Molly McGoy will enter the game and serve. And entering back in on the front line, Jackie Mercado. That one dug out by Homer, sent across by Anderson. Outside hitter hits a beautiful kill shot there. Mercado, who had just re-entered the game with that one. So Perryton trails Guymon by 1 now. Second serve by McGoy. Outside shot by Aragones into the net on Perryton. So 9-7 Guymon, and it will be Aragones serving. Hits that one into the net, 9-8. Now the score. Julia Estrada, number 2, returns the game. She will serve for the Rangerettes, trying to tie the game up here. Aragones in the middle to Anderson. Gets that one to crawl over the net. And a point for Guymon, 10-8. Tasia Watson returns to the game for Guymon. That's served by Anderson, too long. 10-9 now the score. Ball back over to Perryton, as it will be Alexa Frias serving. Maines sends it across off the block and out of bounds. Point and side out back over to Guymon. 11-9 now the score. Flores, the libero for Perryton, returns the game. Serve by Torres. And Guymon struggles to get it back across. Ball back over to Perryton. They still trail by 1. Couple subs coming back in, as that will be Ramirez and Navarrete returning to the game for Perryton. Homer with the dig in the middle to Watson, sends it to the back line. They'll set it up outside for the return hit, and falls in that tiny little hole in the back corner. And we are tied up at 11 apiece. Dug out by Homer, sent across, quickly returned. Perryton outside hit, sent across two-handed. In the middle for Watson. And into the net was Nahara. So side out and point goes to Perryton. We've got a timeout for Perryton. Leads for the first time here in game 2, 12-11.
PTCI understands that the internet is important for everything, and you are important to us. We built new fiber plans including our best and fastest gig speed, now $84 off the regular price. And with symmetrical speeds, you'll be at top speed for important things like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
And we are back here in game 2. Perryton leading 12-11. Navarrete serving for the Rangerettes. That one dug out by Homer. Set up. Watson sends it over the block. Middle shot into the net. Is Nahara. Couldn't get that one to cross over. Side out and point to the Tigers, who have tied it up at 12 apiece. Of course, we're right back where we were in game 1. Claire Main serving, and we were tied at 12 then. This time, she does get that first one to crawl over the net. Looked like that one wasn't going to make it. 13-12 Guymon. That one dug out. Perryton sends it back across to the back line. Main's there. Set up in the middle for Watson. That one blocked at the net by Nahara and Ramirez. Side out and point to Perryton. We're tied up at 13 apiece. Montoya checks back in for Perryton. That serve outside, not high enough. Ball back over to Guymon. They now lead 14-13. Emery Homer serving for the Lady Tigers. Down the line, that one dug out. Sent back across. Set up outside for Aragones, who taps it over the block. Perryton keeps it alive, sends it back. Blocked at the net by Anderson. 15-13 now, Guymon leads. Here's another serve from Homer. Flores digs it out. Sent back across. Set up in the middle. Aragones taps it over. Finds a gap, and it's 16-13 Guymon. Homer serve to Flores. Set up, sent over, just a bit too strong by Ramirez. 17-13. Guymon extends their lead. Serve dug out of bounds, but they do get it back in play. Send it back across. Outside for Aragones, blocked at the net though. As the double team of Montoya and Nahara took care of that one. Frias returns as well as Farney. It will be Flores serving. 17-14, Guymon leads. Anderson sends that one across. That one dug out. Tap across. And Guymon into the net. So ball will be back to Perryton. They'll add another point, 17-15. Aragones sets her up in the middle. An error there as she hits that one right into the net. 17-16 now the score. Torres sends it over to Anderson. That one blocked. Perryton able to return it. Aragones sends it back across. That one tapped across by Frias. In the middle for Anderson. Sends it in the middle to Flores, and a net touch there on Perryton. 18-16 side out back to Guymon. Head coach Jan Reed not sure, checking with the referee what the call was. It didn't look like a Perryton player was at the net. The referee does not look ready to change anything. That serve by Cobble and ace. As Ramirez checked back into the game. For Perryton, 19-16. Guymon leads. Flores digs that one out. Set up outside tap. Across by Frias. Gets the side out back to Perryton and a point. 19-17 now the lead for Guymon. Coming in to serve is McGoy. Yellow card given to Ramirez there. May have been a substitution violation. Referees are checking with the scorers table. On the rotation. Also checking in for Perryton will be Jackie Mercado. Once again, McGoy serving for Perryton. Anderson. And then ball quickly sent across by Cobble. Outside hit. Blocked partially by Anderson, but falls to the turf off of Mercado's shot. 19-13, or 19-18, excuse me, the score. A chance to tie with McGoy's second serve. That one falls. Ace is a little bit of indecision there between Maines and Homer. Makes it a 19-19 score. Maines in the middle. Anderson will send it to the back line. That one volleyed back across. Cobble that Aragones into the net. Couldn't time that one quite right. And Perryton takes the lead 20-19 here in game two. Trying to tie things up at one apiece. Dug out by Aragones. Cobble leaves it for Aragones. Blocked at the net. Flores gets it back across. Anderson got a hand on it. Homer sends it back over for Guymon. In the middle, that one blocked and out of bounds. As the kill shot from Frias gives Perryton a 2-point lead, 21-19. Timeout on the floor. Game two, Perryton leads Guymon 21-19.
like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on Us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
So out of the timeout, Rhett serving to the back line to Maines. Anderson taps it across, gets it to fall. Beautiful placement there by Anderson. Tigers trail by 1. Aragones serving. And we are tied up as Mercado couldn't get her hand placement right on that one. 21-21. Of course, before the contest, they did honor the seniors here at Guymon. They do have one more home game later when they take on Rolla. That was out of bounds. Guymon retakes the lead, 22-21. But that's their annual pink out game. Aragones, one of those seniors, sends that one across. Return shot by Mercado. Aragones dings it out. Cobble. And Maines sends it across. That one inbounds. 23-21. Timeout on the floor. Guymon leads Perryton 23-21 here in game 2. And we are back. Aragones still serving. Guymon leading by 2 to the back line. That one tapped across. Set up outside for Maines. Hits it into the net. Ball and point over to Perryton. Subbing in to serve for Perryton, Julia Estrada. Trying to tie the game up here at 23. Set up outside for Maines, sends it to the back line. That one dug out, sent back. Maines sends it across again. Shot in the middle. Outside to Maines, sends it to the back line. Up and in the middle, Flores sends it over for Perryton. In the middle for Anderson, hard shot. Flores sends it back. In the middle for Anderson. That one dug out. Outside hitter Mercado. Can't get it to get over the net. Point over to Guymon. Taja Watson checks back in for Guymon. 24-22. Game point. That one too strong from Anderson. 24-23 now the score. Checking back in for Perryton, Vanessa Nahara. It will be Alexa Frijas serving. Still a game point here for Guymon possibility. Watson shot blocked at the net by Nahara. We are tied up at 24 apiece. Service back over to Perryton. Second serve here from Frias. Aragones digs that out. Cobble. Watson taps it over the block. Aragones again. And they'll say Cobble touched the net. Perryton takes a 25-24 lead. Game point for the Rangerettes. Into the middle, Aragones digs it out. Homer outside. Main returns it, but it's wide. And Perryton ties it up at 1 apiece. They take down the Tigers in game 2, 26-24. We'll be back with game 3. And here we go with game 3 tied up at 1 apiece. Serve from the Rangerettes, Navarrete. Block at the net. Watson's shot blocked as well. They'll set Watson up in the middle again. That one, it gets across and crawls on the arms of Ramirez. Guymon leads 1-0. Serving for the Tigers, Giselle Torres. That one into the net. Ties it up, ball back over to Perryton. Sub for Perryton already. As Montoya returns, Farney serving for the Rangerettes. Watson with the shot, dug out nicely by Flores. Watson sends it back over. Set up in the middle, shot to the back line. Aragones digs it out. Maines returns that one. Perryton was into the net but didn't return that, so Guymon point either way, 2-1. Claire Maines now serving for the Lady Tigers. To the back line. Ramirez sends that one back across. Maines outside to Aragones. That one blocked. And Guymon unable to return it. We're tied up at 2 apiece. Frias returns. And the libero Flores serving for the Rangerettes. Aragones, Torres sent back across by Watson. Blocked by Watson. Rangerettes keep it alive. Back to the back line. Maines. Torres. Shot across from Aragones. Off the hands of Farney and out of bounds. 3-2 Guymon leads. Emery Homer's now serving for Guymon. Dug out in the middle, outside hitter. Montoya sends that one across, finds a gap. And we're tied up at 3 apiece. Couple of subs for Perryton as McGoy returns to serve. And Mercado returns to the front line. Aragones digs it out in the middle. Tried to set her up, but it got sent across. That one tapped over the block. Outside for Aragones, off the block, out of bounds, all the way in the upper deck. Point Guymon, 4-3 they lead. Tori Cobble will serve. Dug out at the back line, tapped over the block of Anderson. We're tied back up at 4 apiece. Checking in for the Rangerettes. Number 2, Julia Estrada. There's her serve. Homer digs that one out, sent back across by Torres. Flores returns it. Maines. Anderson sends it across. Outside hit by Farney is not going to be returned. Homer tried to get to that one, but went off her hand and backwards. Perryton takes the lead, 5-4. Second service by Estrada. That one out of bounds. An ace, 6-4. Maines tapped across by Cobble. Mercado returns it. Maines, Cobble outside to Aragones. Mercado digs it out. Mercado sends it back across to Aragones. Sent back across by Torres. Outside hit by Farney, blocked, but lands out of bounds by Aragones and Anderson. 7-4 now the lead for Perryton. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're in game 3, tied up at 1 apiece. Perryton leads Guymon 7-4.
We built new fiber plans including our best and fastest gig speed, now $84 off the regular price. And with symmetrical speeds, you'll be at top speed for important things like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
Here is the service. Aragones able to send it back for Guymon. Perryton can't get it to cross the net there. It was too close underneath. 5-7. Perryton leads. Aragones serving. And a beautiful ace shot right along the sideline. Farney tried to dig that one out, but couldn't quite. 1 point game. Aragones with an opportunity to tie it up right here. Backline to Flores, who digs it out. Set up for Farney. Off the block, Anderson. Maines taps it over. Flores now in the middle. Shot is partially blocked, out of bounds. That's going to go back over to Perryton. Nahara checks back in. (8-6) now the lead for Perryton. Service by Frias. Maines saves that one out of bounds, but Anderson can't get it over the net. 9-6 now the lead for the Rangerettes. Frias with her second serve. Anderson sends it to the back line. That one inbounds. Ball back over to Guymon. They trail by 2. It will be Anderson serving. That one touches the net but does cross over. Mercado sends it to the back line. Anderson there outside to Maines. That one blocked at the net by Farney. And Guymon can't return. 10-7 now the score. Navarrete returns to serve. And Ramirez back on the front line. That one tapped across by Cobble. Ramirez to the back line, dug out nicely by Homer. Maines with the shot to the back line. That one dug out. Flores returns it back line. Homer there. Cobble. Watson will send it across over the block. Returned by Ramirez. And a shot to the back line dug out there by Homer. Aragones sends it to the back line. That one out of bounds. Ball back over. Will stay with Perryton. 11-7 in favor of Perryton. Aragones digs it out. Cobble. Maines hits it into the net. 12-7 now the lead for Perryton. Maines hits it to the back line. And that's going to get it back for the Tigers, ending that little rally. 12-8 now the score. Torres serving for the Tigers. Tapped across at the net by Navarrete. Maines through the block. Point for Guymon. 9-12 now the score. That one tips the net. Perryton gets it across though. Torres sends it back across. Watson with the block at the net. Perryton's lead cut to 2. Torres a serve, too long, point and side out to Perryton. 13-10 they now lead. Montoya returns. Farney will serve. And a bit of confusion in between Aragones and Cobble as to who was going to take it. Both hesitated, and it results in an ace. And a point for Farney and the Rangerettes. 14-10 now the score here in game 3. We're tied at 1 apiece. Watson with the tap over the block. Perryton unable to return it. 14-11 now. Claire Maines will serve. Gutierrez back in for the Rangerettes. Maines with the serve, hits that one into the net. 15-11, side out back to Perryton as Frias returns to the contest. Back line. Outside, Aragones off the block. Nicely returned as Ramirez dug that one out on a diving play. And on her return hit, ball goes out of bounds off the side of her fist. So side out to Guymon, 15-12. Tigers trail. Homer will serve to Flores. In the middle to the back line of Guymon. Set up in the middle, tapped over by Anderson. Off the block, dug out nicely by Homer. Guymon unable to return. Did get it across, but 4 hits, so a couple of subs coming back in for Perryton. As once again it will be McGoy coming in to serve, and Mercado will play on the front line. 16-12 now the lead for Perryton. They lost game 1, 25-18 to Guymon, but looking to take 2 straight for them to take the lead. Outside, shot is dug out by Maines. Homer can't get to it in time. 17-12 now the score in favor of Perryton. Dug out by Aragones. Anderson sends it across. Ramirez to the back line for Homer. Outside to Aragones, who's to just tap it across. Into the net. Side out and point to Guymon. They still trail by 4 with Tori Cobble set to serve. And Gutierrez can't dig that one out. Maybe a little confusion there as 3 players converged on that one spot. Tapped across by McGoy. Nice shot by Anderson, a kill shot to the back corner. Guymon still trails by 2. As Cobble will serve for the Tigers. Flores digs it out. McGoy. Mercado with the shot. Gets the kill shot in the corner. 18-15 now the lead for Perryton. Estrada checks in for Perryton. She will serve. Shot blocked at the net as Aragones reached back hard on that one, but well blocked at the net. 19-15 Perryton. Service back in their favor. Estrada sends her second service over. Set up in the middle for Ramirez. Blocked by Anderson. Side out and point to Guymon, 19-16. Aragones. Set up in the middle for Mercado, taps it across. Set up in the middle for Anderson, sends it to the back line. That one is in. Side out to Guymon. 19-17 now the score. Aragones serving. The setup, Flores will send it across. Ball to the back line. Outside hitter set. Can't get it over the net though as Gutierrez couldn't get the
PTCI understands that the internet is important for everything, and you are important to us. We built new fiber plans including our best and fastest gig speed, now $84 off the regular price. And with symmetrical speeds, you'll be at top speed for important things like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
Set to continue to serve for Perryton. Rangerettes lead by 3 here in the late part of game 3. Outside hit to Maines to the back line. That one dug out, set up in the middle. Shot return. Can't be dug out by Homer as Nahara with the kill shot. 23-19. There's the serve by Navarrete, outside, sent back across over the block. And another point by the Rangerettes. They are game point situation here, 24-19. One away from taking a 2-1 lead. Homer digs that one out. Cobble sends it over to Aragones, who returns it. In the middle. Partially, Watson sends it back on the block. Double tap there. That's a side out and a point for Guymon. So Tigers stay alive. Torres will serve, 24-20. Tigers need a rally if they're going to win this one. Here's the windup and Torres serve. A diving play by Estrada, but couldn't get that one high enough up for any teammates to hit it back. 24-21. And Torres hits that one into the net. Perryton takes game 3, 25-21. They lead 2-1. We'll be back. And we are set for game 4. Perryton with a 2-1 lead over Guymon. Guymon won game 1 25-18, but Perryton has come back to win game 2 26-24 and game 3 25-21. Guymon will have the opening serve as we start game 4. Giselle Torres, a junior, will start things out. As I mentioned, Guymon recognized their seniors earlier, a group of 9 of them earlier today. That one sent across. Flores will return it to the back line. Cobble over to Watson, off the block, sends it back across, tapped across into the hole, there by Nahara. That quick return, she knew the defense wouldn't be set up. Perryton leads 1-0. Service by Nahara. Watson has it blocked, sends it back across again, sends it across again. That time for the kill. 1-1. Service over to Guymon. Claire Maines now serving. And serves an ace. Her aces are what got Guymon going in game 1. 2-1 now, Guymon leads. That one dug out. Outside for Ramirez. Gets that one to crawl over and in. We're tied back up at 2 apiece. Side out to Perryton. Farney will serve for Perryton. Montoya back in on the front line. That one crawled over the net. Watson sends it across. Two-handed return there by Torres as well to the back line. Homer, Torres, Aragones sends it across. Perryton trying to return and gets it back across. Outside Aragones, that one's off the block and then rolls down the net. Hard return there. Side out and point to Guymon. They lead 3-2. That will bring up Emery Homer serving for the Tigers as Anderson returns for the Tigers as well. Shot to the back line, somehow sent across, and just too much quick action there. Point for Guymon. It's a nice initial dig there by Montoya. 4-2 Guymon leads. Flores sends it high. Set up in the middle. Ramirez tries to send it across. No good on that one. Went sideways. 5-2 Guymon leads. Guymon trying to tie it up. Perryton leads 2-1. Trying to send it to a 5th and decisive match. That one sent across by Nahara. Tapped across by Anderson. Sent over by Navarrete. Aragones blocked at the net. Guymon does keep it alive. Anderson gets it across. Outside hit to Ramirez. Sends it over to Maines, who sent it back. Aragones tapped across by Torres. Still alive. Nice volley here to the back corner. Maines can't save it as a two-handed push by Ramirez. Beautiful to the back line. Gets the side out and point for Perryton. 5-3 Guymon leads as Frias returns as well for Perryton. Ball falls to the turf, to the floor. Another point for Perryton. 5-4. Guymon still leads. Flores serve. Aragones tried to set up Aragones. Timing was off, between her and Torres. And that will tie it up at 5 apiece. Maines up to Torres. Anderson sends it across. Farney outside to Ramirez. Can't get a solid hit off that one on the setup by Navarrete. And it's side out to Guymon. 6-5 they lead. Cobble now serving. Can't get that one to crawl over the net. Ties it back up at 6 apiece. Side out back to the Reds. It will be Flores serving. Actually, it will not be, as McGoy will return. Every time she returns, she's serving. And Mercado back on the front line for Perryton. Aragones, Cobble, sent across by Torres. Varney outside to Mercado, sends it to the back line. Maines, the setup outside for Aragones. That one blocked and sent back across. Guymon can't return. The block there by Montoya gives a 1-point advantage to Perryton. There's the serve by McGoy. Aragones, nice shot. And that's going to be a kill shot to tie things up 7 apiece. Aragones now serving. That one out of bounds. (8-7), Perryton leads. Estrada checks in, she will serve. That one dug out by Homer. Outside to Maines, over the block. Flores digs it out. Farney sends it across to the back line, and it does stay just inside. 9-7 Perryton. Back line to Homer. Set up outside for Maines. Sends it to the back line. Too strong. Out of bounds. 10-7 now. We've got a timeout on the floor. Perryton with a 2-1 lead. Leads Guymon in game 4, 10-7. And we are back after the timeout. Perryton leading 10-7 here in game 4. They win this one, it's all over here. That serve by Estrada out of bounds, side out and point to Guymon. Tasia Watson checks back in for the Tigers. Anderson serving to the back line, too strong. Point and side out back to Perryton. 11-8 now their lead. Nahara checks in. Aragones, Cobble in the middle to Watson. She'll just have to hit it up and over. And tap down. They'll say Watson touched the net though. So the point will go to Perryton. Frijas serving, 11-9. The Reds lead. Aragones, Cobble, Watson in the middle, off the block. As Nahara tried to block that one, but that one was too strong. Torres with the return. Serve. Backline Homer. Aragones. Cobble will send it back across. That one too strong. Couple of subs coming back in for Perryton. Ramirez back on the front line. Navarrete back into serve. 13-9 now the lead for Perryton. Aragones, Torres, Watson with the kill shot. Just drilled that one in the back corner. Side out and point to Guymon. 13-10. Claire Maines now serving for the Lady Tigers. That one dug out by Estrada, blocked by Watson. Torres sets up Aragones, who tapped it in, plus a net touch there by Perryton. Makes it a 2-point contest. 13-11, Perryton still leads. Maine's second serve. Dug out by Estrada. Outside to Aragones. Kill shot to the back line is in. Perryton arguing with that one, but it will stay Guymon ball, Guymon point. Tigers trailing by 1. That one's sent across. Watson taps over the block. Dug out by Farney. Farney with the hit to the middle. Homer. Torres sets up Aragones. The kill shot to the far corner. Estrada got a hand on it, but that's all she could do. We're tied up at 13 apiece. Maines still serving. Hits that one into her teammate. Point and ball back over to Perryton as they retake the lead 14-13. Janet Montoya checks back in for Perryton. The serve by Farney. That one crawls over the net. Homer can't get to that one. Probably in the right position if that one gets over the net cleanly. 15-13 now in favor of Perryton. Back line, Maines. Torres sets it up for Watson. That one blocked at the net. Ramirez sends it back. Homer with a beautiful save, sends it across. As Aragones got a hand on that one as well. That went out of bounds. And how Guymon got a point out of that one is pretty amazing. Great block at the net earlier by Nahara and Ramirez for Perryton. We're back to a 1-point game. Homer will serve to try to tie it up for Guymon. Flores digs it out. Ramirez sends it over two-handed. Torres outside Aragones at the net. She's met. Guymon can't return it. Side out and point to Perryton. 16-15. Frias returns. Aragones shot off the block. Side out and point back to Guymon. 16-15 now the score. Cobble with the serve. Ramirez in the middle. Outside for the kill shot by Montoya. 17-16 now the lead for Perryton. McGoy checks in to serve. And Mercado checks in on the front line for Perryton. McGoy serve to the back line. Aragones. Cobble sets up Anderson. Anderson into the net. 18-15. Serve to Homer. Oh, to the opposite corner. They'll say it was out. That one looked like it might have hit right on the line. 19-15. Perryton increases their lead. Homer. Maines can't make a play on it. 20-15 now the score. And we've got a timeout. Perryton just 5 points away from a victory here.
We built new fiber plans including our best and fastest gig speed, now $84 off the regular price. And with symmetrical speeds, you'll be at top speed for important things like working from home, home security, live streaming, and gaming. Get the gig and you'll get Hulu on us and whole home Wi-Fi free for 3 months. Come to your PTCI store today.
Call 800-562-2556 or visit us at ptci.net for details.
So out of the timeout, Rhett's service leading by 5, just 5 points away from victory here. Aragones sends that one up. Cobble. Anderson will send it across. Farney there. Ball outside Mercado. Hits that one too strong. Out of bounds, side out and point over to Guymon. Naomi Aragones will serve. That one dug out by Farney. Nice return by Perryton there. Maines over the block and sent back across by Frias. Anderson in the middle. Ball tapped back across to the Guymon side. Maines blocked at the net by Montoya. Point and side out to Perryton. 21-16 they lead. Checking in to serve, Julia Estrada. Back line, Aragones tapped across by Cobble. Mercado sends it across. Maines. Torres sets up Anderson. That one partially blocked. Now outside to Mercado. Gets that one in for the kill shot. 22-16. Side out to the Reds, just 3 points away from victory. They lead 2-1. Estrada serves. Maines sends it back across. In the middle, Frias sends it to the back line. Nicely dug out by Aragones, who sends it back across. Flores blocked at the net, sent back over by Anderson. Flores taps it up. Mercado over the block and in for another point as Cobble can't quite get to it. 23-16 now the score. Estrada serve. Aragones sends that one across. Cobble did. And side out and point to Guymon. They will check in. Taja Watson again. 23-17, Guymon trails. Anderson serving. Farney digs that one out. Estrada sends it across. Anderson tried to get that one up. Nobody there as it didn't cross over the net. Side out and point. This is match point. Homer checks back in for Guymon. 24-17. Aragones. Torres. Watson sends it across. That one's not going to get returned. Side out and point to Guymon. 24-18. Can Guymon rally? Giselle Torres now serving for the Tigers. Sends that one to the back line. Outside Mercado. That one's going to be out of bounds. 24-19 as we stay on match point with all of these for Perryton. Torres serve. Flores digs it out. The setup for Mercado. Dug out, but to the bench and can't return it. Perryton defeats Guymon in game 4, 25-19 to take this matchup 3-1. All 4 games very competitive, but after Guymon takes game 1, Perryton wins 3 in a row to take the victory. Guymon falls to 15-8. Sorry, I don't have Perryton's record. But we thank you for joining us. Continuing coverage of high school athletics in the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle area. Thanks for joining us from Guymon, Oklahoma. Good night.
At PTCI, we know it's important to keep your world within your reach. Having the right cell phone and our nationwide cell service helps you do just that and keeps you connected to your loved ones, no matter the distance. So stay connected to what and who matters and keep your world within your reach with PTCI Cellular. Choose PTCI for the latest assortment of cell phones and our area's best cell coverage at a location near you, online at ptci.net or at 580-338-2556.
Some restrictions apply. Hey, we get it. You need faster internet, especially in today's world. And you deserve it too. You deserve a great experience while playing video games, binging the latest TV show, or video chatting with